Hey guys, welcome back to TomGirl. We are freshly back from Vegas, kind of recovered, and here to break down the ACM Awards. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey everybody, we got Carrie going right here.
So good, so good.
Yes. All right, I am here with my co-host Tiege Dooley-Panko, and we were on the red carpet together at the ACM. So thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah.
Well, we had so much fun.
Yeah, a great time in Vegas. You look beautiful. It was such a fun day. Oh, but yeah, it was. I think it's just a great award show because I mean, those country stars are just so much fun, and I think it's so down to earth and so just good people.
Right.
It's a fun carpet, right?
Right, absolutely. Yeah. And we're used to LA and the glitz and glam of LA. In Nashville, people just aren't really the same. You know, they'll talk to you about anything. They're kind of less rehearsed, if you will.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, you know, in Vegas, too, they're just all kind of ready to have a good time and, you know, in good spirits. And, yeah, so I think that really makes that a fun carpet for those reasons.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll move it back to Nashville next year, if they'll plan to keep it in Vegas. Or
I wonder. I think that now, since everything that has happened in Vegas, I think that it might be nice for country music to stay in Vegas, just to kind of as an ode to everything that's happened and all the crazy stuff. I think it might be nice to bring it back to Vegas, say we're not scared, we're not going to move it away from Vegas, and I don't know, kind of keep that tribute strong.
I totally agree with you. I think, because they can have the CMAs there or other things, but I think that it's nice to have that event there, and I think they did a great job with the tribute in the show as well. Before we talk more about the actual show, since we were on the carpet together, we're going to break down some of our some fashion picks that we like, some dresses that we saw that kind of caught our eye.
Yes. So many stunning outfits.
Oh, it's great. I love just to see what they come up with, and you know, this one, this was Lauren Elena, and I really liked it. Like, it was maybe one of those dresses that. It's one that I don't know if you saw it like on a rack that you would necessarily like right away like grab it, but I thought it looked beautiful on her, and I loved the blue pops of colors. She's just fun and fresh with the high pony,
and she's fun and fresh just in all aspects of being in the country music scene. She's, you know, this is her first time. She said that she felt like she was a part of the community. She's been in the industry for a few years, but it's kind of the first year that she's really being recognized. She won new female vocalist of the year, which was a big deal for her, and she got to sing What Ifs with Kane Brown, which is so cool because they were friends in high school and in the choir together, and to see now that they're performing on the big ACM stage. I mean, I just am so proud of her, and it looks like she had a great night. She's glowing. Yeah,
totally. I agree with you. I had that when we're going to talk about some of our favorite performances of the show, but since you brought that up now, that I had that down for sure, because I just thought in the show you could feel that they were so totally into it, and they just killed it, and it was so, I don't know, the chemistry and the connection they had like on stage was incredible, I felt, and it was fun to watch these two youngsters like going for it.
and especially because they didn't have a live band for that. So you know, sometimes that can fall flat on its face if you don't have like live music playing with you, but she just sang her heart out, and even Kane was like, wow, okay, we're good. We don't have to worry about this falling flat, because she just delivered such an incredible performance.
Yeah,
it's
totally.
Cool to watch.
All right, let's look at the next dress we have here. This is Jennifer Nettles. I just liked it. I mean, it's just it's a little funky. I mean, it's definitely not, you know, you see usually so much skin or so many revealing dresses and stuff. I thought this one was classic. I liked the design in the dress. I thought she looked great.
Yes. I think she looks great, and she's got a lot of stuff coming up. That new song, that Babe.
Yeah.
Written by Taylor Swift. That I'm looking forward to. So I think it was a fun night for her to kind of just get out. She looks so classy and gorgeous and elegant. So I thought that was a cool look, and she matches the contrast looks so well on that carpet,
which is what you did too, because you had the red dress, and you just popped up.
That was the thing.
Coordinated it very well. I know last year's I think it was gray with gray and pink. So yeah, this year coordinated for sure.
Yes.
All right, the next one is Carrie. This wasn't her red carpet wardrobe. This was I just pulled this just because, I mean, every time she's got the best legs in the world, and she always has the really fun sequency, just great performance, costumes, outfits. So
she looks stunning. I mean, this is a really cool cool outfit, cool. I loved her makeup with the fake tears and the sparkle glitter. And I'm sure we'll talk about the face in a little, but
for sure.
She looked stunning. So I thought that was a really good way. And I like the silver that it's not actual tears. It's kind of like a weird happy tear. I don't know. I don't know. I liked it.
No, I agree, because if it was like black, it would kind of be like so solemn and just like, and it was kind of like the happiness through the tears. Yeah. Like getting through, I guess.
Yeah. That was interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Very cute.
All right, next up, our last lady.
Yes. My favorite human.
Right? I love her. She's amazing.
Yeah. She looks great on the carpet.
Yeah, I just think this thing was just, I don't know, whatever you call this.
Yes, the piece on top.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like such a fun little accent piece, and you know, it's just simple, classy. Like I like, there's the detail of this one, I guess, too, because the detail on the like lace around her arm is fabulous too. So I thought she killed that one too.
Yeah, she killed it, and she kills everything she does. She's a style icon. She's like very cool individual. This was her first time on the ACM carpet and performing in the ACMs. So I think she's so cool. I did see her walk by and I was like, Bibi, you look gorgeous, because I'm a fangirl. That's what I am. That's at my heart, I am a Bibi Rexa fangirl. So, but I will say she was having a little bit of a hard time walking in the shoes. I don't know what the shoes looked like because they were underneath this dress, but she looks greght and stunning.
Well, that's too bad, because if the shoes are covered up, I mean, you go with anything,
right?
Then, right? You go with the most
slippers
comfortable.
on,
right?
She should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, out there, it's a long day, like out there. So it's like all of our feet were, you know, sore and hurting.
And speaking of long days, I mean, she had probably the longest day of anyone. She performed here at the ACM, straight to Coachella with Eminem.
Yeah.
At that night.
And then today she was announcing the Billboard nominees as well.
I don't know how she's staying alive.
Yeah. I thought the same thing too, because I was like, whew, I'm a little tired just from our tiny little part.
Right?
Getting back.
She's incredible.
Yeah, I know, that's great. But I guess, you know, she said like her family has, you know, been to some of these, I think it was Coachella she was talking about at that point this morning. But, you know, she's just on this high. Like, so many wonderful things coming from, you know, all the hard work that she's put in. And so I think at that point you could just like go on, you know,
exactly.
You don't care.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the coolest thing about her is she has been working so hard for so long. She's worked for so many people, writing and produced kind of, I don't know if I'd say producing technically, but she's been helping people out with their careers, and then now she's like in the spotlight, and that's so cool. So
yeah, it is good to see people get that moment. All right, last one, because we have to throw one guy in there.
Yes.
Jake Owen.
Jake Owen. He looks great.
Yeah, I love it. It's like I like that it's a bold choice, and I always love that about him, is that, you know, you'll see him in his like Hawaiian type of blaze, you know, sport coat jacket sometimes. Like he's always doing fun stuff. Like he has a good time with life, and I love that on like his Instagram and things. He just, you know, feels like he doesn't take things too seriously. So I thought this, you know, was kind of a bold, brave choice, and looks great on him.
Yeah, I think it looks great. He definitely had fun with it. It's like a purple maroon, which looks good. And it pops as well on the carpet with the blue. So it looks great. Yeah, I think he always does make bold choices. And it's fun. And I mean, he clearly used a stylist. Some of these guys at these country music awards do not use stylists because they're like cowboys through and through. Yeah. And they will tell you, like, this is from my closet. This I saw at a shop and I picked it up. And this I had these cowboy boots in my car. Yep. So that's how some of them come here. And he clearly... Yeah. He invested this year in a good stylist. Yeah, you even notice that a lot in their performances, because a lot of times they are just all in the jeans t-shirts. Yes. You know, plenty of them, like Kenny Chesney, you know, Dirks, all of them. It's just comfort. Which, you know, I kind of dig. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. It's fun. Yeah. Who I should have pulled, who are some of my favorite fashion guys, though, is Midland. Like, I love their look, and I'm sorry, I apologize, I didn't pull their picture. But they're great. Yeah. They have fun with it. They do. Yeah. They definitely, I actually saw them in the gym of the hotel the morning of, and even like working out like in the caps, and like it's still in the look, so it's like, I think it's just, you know, I just love their fashion choices. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Was it Chris Lane that had the floral on? I'm gonna look at it really quick. I think it was Chris Lane. He looked very great. Yes, I think you're right. And he was wearing sunglasses. I think it was Chris. Yes, it was Chris Lane. He looked psychedelic because he had the whole floral outfit on, which was fun. Oh, you know who else I liked? Morgan Wallen? Or Morgan Wallace? He has the mullet, and he just looked so stylish in a very like unconventional way. He stayed true to the Nashville vibe. However, was still like classy and stylish. Looked a little bit LA, but a lot of Nashville as well.
Kept it in there with the roots.
I liked that.
Love it. All right, well, let's go. We did have the opportunity to get a few interviews while we're there, so we're just going to show you guys a couple. First interview, Tiege, that you had with Runaway June. So they were the new vocal group of the year nominees. So we'll go ahead and play a little clip of that.
Woo!
Thank you. Okay, you're excited. First nomination?
Yes.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
That's so exciting. How does that feel? Where were you guys at when you found out you were nominated?
Well, we surprisingly weren't together.
For the first time ever. Yeah.
I think it was the first day that we got off the bus and we kind of were home. But I was at my coffee table, my kitchen table, like by myself.
I was in bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in bed too, and I woke up to like 80 messages, and I thought, uh-oh, what's going on?
No, something happened.
And they just kept saying, congrats. I'm like, on what? Congrats on what? And then it took me like 10 messages to say, you're nominated for ACM, so it's so cool.
So amazing. Well, congratulations. Are there any pinch me moments from this weekend?
This.
Yeah.
This is a pinch me moment of our life. I mean, this is incredible.
Pinch me.
I also love that. We're keeping it real.
Shoes are off.
Oh my gosh.
Keeping it real.
Horrible. Well, thank you guys so much, and we can't wait to see what you guys do next. Thank you. Congratulations.
What a fun day for them. I mean, so,
Fun.
yeah.
Yeah, it was their first time being there and being nominated. I mean, that's a big deal, just to finally feel like you're a part of it. So.
Oh, for sure. And clearly she says the same thing with the shoes. She has those shoes off.
See?
Forget about it.
Yeah, down to earth Nashville people, man.
Yep.
Takes her shoes off, doesn't care.
Yep.
She was still stunningly tall.
Yeah.
So it worked out.
All right, then we have one more with the Swan Brothers. So they have a new song called Whatever Happened, and this was the first song that they've actually just written together, just the two of them. So we were talking about what that process was like for them.
Talk about the song that you guys wrote together.
Yeah.
How was that process working together?
It's terrible working with him. No, it was really cool because this is the first song we've released just as us as writers on it, and man, it has been a good week. People are digging it. Well, yesterday we found out something really cool.
Rolling Stone magazine named this as one of the top 10 country songs of the week. So
High five.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. Was there any like battles while you guys were working on this together, or any funny moments that happened along the way?
You know, that happens, but this one we were just writing from the heart, and we wrote it in 30, 45 minutes, and it clicked. Sometimes that happens, and those are the best ones.
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys recently just got honored by your home state of Oklahoma. How was that feeling for you?
You know, it's always good to go home for any reason, but you know, to be like inducted or whatever awards they want to do for us, we will gladly take them.
That's our support backbone. You know, we love Oklahoma, and we don't get to go there enough. So the fact that they still support us that strong, like we can't say thanks enough.
Yeah. Now you're in All Vegas. right, just
What are the things
again,
you guys
fun guys. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they wrote the song in 30 to 45 minutes.
It just blows my mind. Someone else said that that they wrote a song in an hour, and it was like one of the hits of 2018. I'm like, I guess we should start writing.
I know,
It only
right?
takes an hour? Wow.
I guess when that inspiration, I guess, you know, when you know
Yeah.
you got something, it's like I used to write poetry or whatever. Sometimes it does just flow, but then there's other times that you can just sit there and
Yeah.
no ideas are coming. You
Right,
know, nothing.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
No, exciting for them.
Exciting, yeah. And I love how, you know, they're still, you know, giving their love to Oklahoma where they're from, too.
Yeah,
And it's
very cute.
Yeah, great people. So overall, any other, like, comments, things from while you were on the carpet, or things that stood out to you?
When Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman walked down, I think I froze and blacked out for a second because they're just perfect humans, and they're in your presence, and you're like only a few feet away from them. She looked incredible.
Yes.
She's I've never seen her in person, but she honestly looks like a statue, like statuesquely perfect. She had the gold dress with the open back, and she just looks like a piece of art. I don't know. She's perfect. I love her.
Kind of like an Oscar statue, like
Literally.
if it was a female this time with the dress was gorgeous.
She's
yeah.
flawless.
Yeah.
And then Keith Urban, just like the fun, you know, cool, chill guy. I want to hang out with them. I wish they were my parents. I'm just kidding, mom and dad. But I do think they're very cool. So, you know, like to be friends with them. That was a cool moment, and I loved some of the outfits. overall, I think it was just really cool to be in Vegas that weekend. Everywhere you went, whether it was a Starbucks, whether it was, you know, out on the town, you were meeting people in the country music industry, and it was always the same. The vibe was always, you know, just very happy to be there, grateful, very nice, very welcoming, very come join our club, come listen to us play here. Losers was a place that everybody was playing at the MGM. Almost every night they had performances there with some of the people who were performing in the show or up-and-coming country artists. So it was just a cool, fun, celebratory weekend that was nice because of after everything that happened at Route 91. I think that was nice to celebrate.
Yeah, for any of you that are ever interested in going, I mean, tickets for the actual show can be pretty pricey, but even if you can't get into that, it's really fun, just like you said, to go there for the weekend because their little pop-up shows are everywhere. I mean, they were at the Red Rock, like Old Dominion was playing, and there's the Mandalay Bay. They had 2 nights in their beach, on their beach stage where, you know, there's water out there and you kind of stand and watch and sit and watch on the beach. So I went to the one on Saturday, and there was a whole bunch of people playing there, and it is just fun because they're all just in a good mood. They're happy to be there, but it's fun that you can actually see a ton of people all in a matter of 3 days if you're just kind of there and making the rounds throughout the hotels and the bars.
Right, absolutely. I mean, I was passing poker tables with Darius Rucker there. There was who else did we see? Oh, Blake Shelton, and then we saw I don't know, Luke Bryan was at one of the tables. It was just, I mean, it was a fun, cool weekend. And if you geek out over country celebrities, that was the place to geek out.
I had a blast because I took my best friend that I grew up with. We've known each other since we were babies, from Nebraska. And so I was like, who would want to go? And she's, of course, right away, she dropped the, fuck yeah, I'm there, so she came. But yeah, she was texting me. She's like, I just passed Ashton. I just passed, like all the people she was seeing. So yeah, it's definitely a fun people watching time if you guys like to kind of, to do that.
Yes, Ashton and Mila.
Yeah.
Mila. Did I say Mila?
Yeah.
Where did that come from? I just made it up.
Mila. All right, well, now let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the actual show itself and some things that we liked about the show. We touched a little bit about that. They did take they took the top of the show to do a nice tribute to Route 91 Harvest Festival, and I think that was good. A good. I like the way they do it. I know a lot of reviews didn't think they addressed it enough, and I don't know. What did you feel about?
It's hard because you hear stories about they're still raising money for the people who were affected by this. It's still kind of almost a little bit of a political thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it is the place to continue talking about it. I feel like a lot of them have had their own messages.
Yeah.
I will say, it being the first time that most of them are coming back to Vegas after Route 91, I think it might have been nice to hear a little bit more about it. However, I see why they might have avoided it in certain places because it's a slippery slope and it's still so fresh on everyone's minds. It's not like we've had a lot of time to process what happened. And even Jason Aldean, he touched on it, but I would have liked to hear it, but I see why they didn't insert it as much.
Yeah, me too. And I know a lot of the award shows lately have, because there's so many things. It's totally understandable why they all are, and I think there's all things that needs to be addressed. But I think too they made this choice to let's make this be a fun party, a fun show tonight, and, not try to get as because with the Me Too and all the other things that have been going on, I feel like the world it's been heavy. The last months have been heavy and tough to process. So so it was kind of nice to just have a fun night.
Party. Yeah. And there were some attendees that were affected by the tragedy. So family members or people that might have been there. They were at rehearsals the day before and kind of met some of the stars. Some of those videos I think are on CMT.com. Yeah. And so that was cool. I mean, it's nice, but I'm sure it's still so fresh in their minds. It's kind of weird to be back in the place that everything happened.
Yeah, for sure. They also did wear pins. A lot of people wore pins that had the numbers 851, and that's for the 851 injured, the 58 lives lost, and the one life that we can change in the future if they're willing to start conversations about things that need to change.
Right.
Yeah, so. All right. Then we also had Reba returning to host.
Yes! Yeah. I loved it.
She's so spunky, so much fun, so happy.
She's great. I loved when she said that it only took them a while to realize that two guys, one girl could do that. I thought that was a cute little moment for her. So she's great. She's spunky.
Yeah.
And she is like the godmother of country music, I feel like. You know, she's so... Everything is somehow connected by Reba. I feel like she's like the mother, grandmother, great-grandmother of everyone that's circling around the room. So it just feels right to have Mom, basically.
Yeah.
Doing the session here. So,
Right.
Yeah.
And she had a, brought the dress that she had worn, years ago for her song she duetted with her daughter-in-law.
Yes. How about that?
I know. Kelly Clarkson.
The fact that she can still fit in that dress so many years later. I mean, bow down to Reba. I need to know what she's doing.
I know.
It's great.
Yeah. We need Reba's fitness plans
Yes,
and her
Reba,
diet. Like, where
send
she's
us the
at.
fitness plan.
Well, plus because she just looks great too. She has like the brightest eyes and that smile. She just lights up a room. It's fun.
And she's in love right now. She's got a new boo, which is exciting, and I'm happy for her because I think she was heartbroken over her first hubby. So I think it's good that she's in love, and it looks like she's enjoying life.
Yeah,
which is great.
for sure. All right. What were some of your favorite performances?
My favorite performance, I think. Well, I have two. One would be BB and Florida Georgia Line because the chorus and the choir. Chorus? I don't know what the technical term is, but when everybody came out and it was a diverse group of people and everybody sang "Meant to Be," it kind of gave you chills, and it was really cool to see. I that was my favorite performance. Yeah. I also loved Maren Morris, but she's just great.
Yep.
So.
Yep. I had Maren down too. I also, one that I loved, and I did, like I said before, I had King, Brown, and Lauren. One that I really loved that I don't know how it played at home, but in the arena was fantastic, was Little Big Town's Rocket Man cover of Elton John. It was... hearing it in there, just like their voices together and the things they were doing, it was stunning in there. It was really really impressive. So that was one of my favorites too.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I watched it. I wasn't in the show, but I watched it after, and it didn't play as well for me.
I believe it. I believe it.
I could see where it maybe live it would have been a little bit better, but for me, I was trying to get into it because a lot of people talked about it, but I think maybe live was a little bit. He felt it more. I totally believe it. I think that's what's so interesting to me about music, because there's so many performances that that if you see them live, it's completely different than what gets put out on the television. It's just a different feeling. Because I wouldn't have thought that would have been one of my favorites if you just had told me like the lineup of them. But I thought they sounded fantastic. I will say, let's talk about the duet some more, because I had to geek out a little bit of the Should Have Been a Cowboy with Blake Shelton and Toby Keith, because that was one of my favorite songs. It's so country and but it's just so fun. Yeah, that was so great. And to see Toby Keith is just amazing. It's just fun to see him. I feel like I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah. So it was cool, and it was great. They have such a friendship, it looks like. Oh yeah, and he's still rocking the the red Solo cup and stuff too. So it's like, to see how that was funny. Yeah. Yeah. I loved that one. That was fun. Yeah, I thought I liked the choice of, because sometimes duets can be hit or miss, but I felt this was a fun way to do it. I thought it was actually a good nod back to some, some past songs, and I liked doing it because I think it did change things up a little bit, and it was fun to see all the performers react off each other. Because I think what's so fun about the country world is you can tell that they all seem to genuinely kind of like each other, maybe it's different behind the scenes, but in that room they're all just they're singing each other's songs, they're like they're really supportive and fun with each other. Yeah, no, I think that was really cool to see, and just to see so many of them have grown up together. I mean, like Kane Brown and Lauren, Elena. That was cool to see them perform. I mean, it's just a cool community that I feel like they all know each other, they all support each other, and it's just a great night. So yeah. Very cool. Sure. Well, let's talk about the big event of the night that everybody was so hyped up. So it was Carrie Underwood's return. Okay. She's back. We're getting into it. Yeah, lots of this is kind of all over the news and stuff afterwards, because there's a lot of mixed reactions to this return. What were your thoughts about it? So, I just don't know what to think. I feel for her if she really went through something. However, I I just need to see a little bit of a scar. And I don't see a scar. I don't see a scar. And I'm sorry that I am this, if that's cynical of me, but I just don't, she looks very similar. And, you know, some people, I have tweets that I thought were really, really encapsulated my thoughts on this. This is from Jessica Warup. She said, wait, I think I see it. No, that's a mole. Wait, there it is. Oops, that's glitter. Adore you, Carrie Underwood, but your face looks the same. You killed it tonight, but why all the secrecy? If you have a scar, show it off. Inspire young women to be proud of the skin that they're in. So, yeah, and then other people are saying, this is Jenny Matthews said, I was inspecting Carrie Underwood looking for the slightest trace of a scar and nothing. I mean, great, but where's the scar? So that's where I don't know. I feel bad because I love Carrie Underwood, and I'm sure that there's validity in this story, and I'm sure that there's validity in what she's doing, but some people are questioning if it might have been a PR stunt because she did have a song ready pretty quickly after Cry Pretty. I can't see her doing something like that, but you never know.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you too because I was reading a bunch of this. I read that first one that you read too, and then there was another one just talking about like there's a lot of people that have had other sort of, you know, lost limbs or soldiers or, you know, different things that are like, you know, like, again, same as you. I don't know what the full story was, but, you know, it just, I didn't see anything either. It's just like there are a lot of other people going through some things that might seem, you know, bigger and less. To me, this kind of came off seeming more superficial than I think maybe, you know, the whole speculation with everything, but because it just seemed like, I don't know, you know, like,
I know what I mean. It was
just
feel bad.
You
feel bad questioning her because that's something you don't want to talk about.
Right.
And there's also rumors on the internet, which I do not believe. However, her hubby has some past allegations of domestic violence, so they weren't sure if maybe that was a part of it. I thought that before. I thought that might have been a debatable reason before I saw her face, and her face doesn't look like there was. So I don't know. I don't know.
I know, and that's what's hard. It was like, no, it was try to not pass judgment on anyone else.
Of course not.
Because we don't know what really happened. You know, it's just I think it was hard because of the secretive text that she had posted. You know, so it's like kind of it built up all this anticipation. So I think that's what got everybody's expectations of at least like seeing something. So
right, of course.
You know, but I mean, it's got to be hard for her, like dealing with the whole world watching everything. You know, and judging everything about you too. But it was just interesting because it was for me because it was like such a hyped up moment and such a like coming back and you know even the tweets like covering up her face and you know and the scarf and only showing half the face and it was just you know that night you're just gonna
there are good plastic surgeons in the world. However, it is incredibly difficult to hide a scar. Almost impossible, right? I mean, you'd still have a scar. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor. However, I think that you'd still see something.
I don't know. They probably not in the way in what they can do with makeup these days. I mean,
that makes sense. You're right.
I mean, but maybe like without makeup, yes, I think there would probably be something. But I mean, on a stage like that, they could probably
figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I clearly she was affected by something, and she does have something going on. She got teary-eyed on stage. So whatever it is, prayers go out to Carrie, and I hope she's feeling better. And this is an inspirational thing for her and young girls, and it's a good song. So I think it should be a good thing for her.
Yeah, the song was great. I mean, like you said, the makeup was great. Great new song. She always kills it, you know, even because clearly she was processing a lot because she was shaky and, you know, even when she got the one with Keith Urban for Vocal Event of the Year for the Fighter, she was still, you know, kind of still shaky from the singing. So, you know, clearly she's processing a lot. So kudos to her for even getting out on that stage, going through whatever she's going through and processing it and powering through and, you know, every time she opens her mouth, it's amazing.
Right,
it's amazing.
She can do
can't
no
fault
wrong.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm sure maybe there'll be more to the story that comes out later. Who knows?
Yes.
All right. Anything else from the show? I think that's about all I had from the show. Any other last minute thoughts about it?
I think those were my highlights. Those were my highlights and pitfalls. Yeah.
All right, well,
Great show.
let's talk about you a little bit.
Yay.
So we want everybody to get to know her. She is definitely a TomGirl at heart. So you're a host here at AfterBuzz.
Yes.
So what other shows do you host at AfterBuzz?
So I do a lot of the dance shows because I am a professional dancer. So I do Dancing with the Stars and So You Think You Could Dance, which is coming back for its 15th season this year, which is really exciting. And Dancing with the Stars starts in a few weeks, so I'm excited to get on that. I'm also on Vanderpump Rules right now, which is such a fun drama-filled show. If you like drama, that's your show. And we have a lot of fan engagement on that one, so that's really fun to just chat with the fans every week. And yeah, those are the shows I'm on right now.
Okay.
So,
and how did you get into dancing?
dancing. So I grew up dancing. I danced competitively all through, grade school, middle school. Wait. That's the same thing. Grade school and middle school are the same. High school as well. And then I went to college at the University of Missouri, and I was on the dance team there called Golden Girls. So we competed, the Golden Girls in Missouri. It was so fun. And then after that, I moved out to LA, and I started auditioning for dance teams. And so I've been a professional dancer since I moved here, probably 3 years ago. And it's been such a fun ride. Yeah.
So you're right now kind of pursuing the dance and hosting, and you also said that you wanted to be a writer.
Yes, eventually. I'm just breaking into it, so I am an amateur, absolutely. But I've been in a lot of classes, and I've been learning, and I was actually in a class with Maria Menounos, our founder of AfterBuzz, and we learned from one of the best guys in the business, Robert McKee. He's bomb. He's bomb. So that was a lot of fun, and just trying to figure out the path on that.
Do you know what genre you'd like to go into?
So I love writing drama. I've written a lot of TV pilots for drama series. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we have a couple photos I want to pull of you because we like to talk athletic. Yeah, stuff and fitness. So tell me about this one. Got some aerial yoga going on.
So great. Yes, that's aerial yoga. And this was just kind of a fun day. Some of my teammates and I went and did this aerial acro yoga session, which was really fun. So yeah, that looks painful, but it wasn't. It was fun.
I hear that it gets you such a deep stretch that you don't sometimes get in normal yoga or regular classes. Did you find that?
Yes, that is absolutely true, because you're using your own body weight to stretch things. So yoga, you still do that, but you're on the ground. When you're in the air, there's more pressure and more weight is actually put on your muscles to stretch. So I think that's why that works. Okay. Don't quote me, because I am not a yoga instructor. But.
All right, next up.
Oh,
a little beach fitness for you.
Beach fitness. Yes, this is a fun little impromptu photo shoot I think I made my friend take on the beach.
Is the beach somewhere you like to do a lot of running and a lot of workouts? Yeah, right.
Yes, the beach is the best. I used to live in Hermosa Beach.
Oh, that's my favorite beach out here.
It's the best.
I love it. Love it.
I love it. It's a great vibe there. The people are amazing, but then also the view is incredible. I would run from Hermosa Beach Pier to Manhattan Beach Pier, and it's a great, I think, probably 6 miles if you go to and fro twice, or 4 miles. I don't know. Don't quote me again. However, it's a good run, and you get to run right by the water, and there's no stopping because you're on the sidewalk. Oh, it's great.
Yeah, and a little game I like to play because I do that run too. That beach was my first beach I ever went to when I moved out here, and it just kind of has stuck with me. Like, it's my place I like to go, and
it's a good one.
Yeah, and I also like to play the little game because there's some fabulous houses along that strand where you run. So run by. Okay, which one am I? Which one would be mine? Like, pick your favorite.
Yeah. And the best part about that game is that you'll see a house that's just too small, and you're like, oh, that won't do. That simply will not do. However, I can't afford even the block outside.
The patio, right.
Yeah. So I should really calm down.
Yeah.
But those houses are incredible.
Yeah. The only thing that would be, I always think too, because I grew up on a lake, and I always liked to look in people's, when we would be on the boat at night, everybody's house is lit up, so you could literally see what they're doing in their house. And I would feel that about there, that people would constantly be looking in your house. I know. There's no walking around naked in those houses.
I know.
Unless you don't care, but.
Right. And it's funny. One time I was running past a house, and I didn't know this. They have an indoor pool, and the girl was doing very meditative work, and I think I startled her, which I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, namaste. But yeah, who knew that they have indoor pools in there
I didn't actually know that either.
Gosh, it's crazy. But yeah,
the life. Okay, sorry, next one.
Yeah. This is some Gatorade.
Were you you said something about boxing. It was this place to box at, or was this just a shoot?
It was. So I was actually in the Philippines, and we took a boxing class, and during the boxing class, Gatorade was there, and they were promoting this new line, G Active, I think it was called, and so they had that is actual real sweat all over my body because the workout was hard, and then they had us, kind of taking candids. This is candid, you guys. Didn't even pose for that. Wow.
Wow, that's a great shot. I mean, that's a great TomGirl one for me because it's like the tough,
Yeah. Thank you.
Fabulous. All right, next up, what's slow snow skiing. So I think we got some travel ones here in a little bit. So where were you skiing at on this one?
This was Mammoth Mountain. Oh, it was so much fun. What a cool place to ski. I love skiing. I've never snowboarded, can't do it, gonna fall. Yeah. I just know it. I haven't tried it, but I know it won't work for me. So skiing is my jam.
Yeah. I'm right there with you because they say with snowboarding, you pretty much have to spend a day or more like just constantly on your
butt. And you know what? I don't have time for that.
That's what I say too. You don't get to go enough. I just want to go and have fun.
Yeah, skiing's easier in my opinion.
All right, I think this is the last trip shot coming up. We got a little Mexico action.
Yeah, look at that maraca.
Yeah. Now this just looks like fun. Where were you traveling in Mexico for this?
I was in Cabo for this, and it was fun. Yeah, it was a few of my girlfriends, and we did a lot of adventurous things this trip, but that was where they have the arch. So they take you through, and you look at the arch, and that was a lot of fun. Mexico was great.
Right. What were some of the other adventurous stuff you did there?
So we did the parasailing thing, and then we did we rented jet skis for a day, which was really fun. And yeah, we just adventured.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're all about the adventure here.
Yes.
So it's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun trip.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. All right. Let's. You know what? Before we go to our TomGirl of the week, I want to. You said you have upcoming film you're working on.
Oh yes. Okay. So you guys are gonna laugh because it's literally not a big deal, and I have one line. However, it is a really cool film, and I think everyone should see it. I think it's coming out this year. It's called Wishman, and it's the real life story of the guy who started the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and it's incredible. Frank Shakewitz is who the story is all about. He was an officer in Arizona, and then he ended up being a mentor for a young boy who had cancer. And so it's a really cool story, and I think it will mean a lot to a lot of people. So I literally have one line, so don't look for me at all. However, it's a really cool story, and I was really lucky to be a part of the project. So
that's fabulous. One line now, many later on another.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
That's great. All right. Well, let's keep our tradition here. We do a TomGirl of the week every week. So this week it goes to Miranda Lambert because with the ACM Awards ceremony, she actually became the most awarded artist in ACM's history. She has a record 32 ACM Awards, and it's also her 9th consecutive Female Vocalist of the Year award. I mean, that's just insane. 9 in a row.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah.
And she looked stunning. And she still feels down to earth. She still feels like she hasn't, none of this has gone to her head for somehow, and she's just great. I love her. Yeah, she's great.
Totally agree. So, yep, she's our winner. And she, I was reading some quotes, and I don't have the exact quote written down, sorry, but it's something she said. They were asking her how she continues to do that, and year after year be so amazing. And she said she's worked really, really hard at just trying to always live in the moment each day.
Yeah.
And she says, I don't worry about, like, if I messed up or for what. She's like, each day I just want to live in the moment and be, better than I was before and just keep growing and keep growing. So I think that's good, to keep in mind because I think we're always trying to, like, do goals, or we start getting depressed if we're not where we think we need to be at this moment in time and this. And so I think, she shows she just kind of keeps her head down, does the best she can be day by day. And it's been the best for 9 years now. So
she's great.
Motivational.
Yeah, it's definitely motivational and inspirational for girls, especially this day and age. There's so much comparison. All the social media stuff is crazy. So I think it's nice for her to just say, keep your head to the grindstone, keep working hard, and you'll get there.
And especially she's not had, everything hasn't been easy, going through her very public, the breakup with Blake Shelton, and having to sing her song, and Blake's there with Gwen, right in front of her as she's singing, so it's like a lot to go.
I can't imagine. And also Gwen, I just have to say, Gwen didn't even, she looked like, I was scrolling through photos, I was like, oh, who's that girl? Oh my gosh, it's Gwen. She looked incredible.
Yeah, amazing.
She looked amazing. And so young.
Yeah.
I mean, now that she's not young, but she looks really young.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looked great.
She's awesome. All right. Well, guys, I think that's all we have for tonight. So tell everybody where they can follow you on social media.
Yes, so you can find me at TiegeDP, which is TIEGEDP, on pretty much everything, all the socials.
What other nights are you here at AfterBuzz?
I'm here on Mondays. Is Vanderpump
night.
and Teen Mom. I forgot to mention that one. That's another one I'm on.
All right.
But yes.
Working it.
Yes.
All right. And you guys can follow the show at TomGirl TV. You can follow me at jj.jurgens on Instagram. And we will see you here again next week. Thank you. Bye.
Yay. Thank you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.